pals, Jokester here, bringing you a new series based on Skyfactory3 from FTB. Well, this pack just released an hour ago, January 1st. It is 2017. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Yay. We are going to be starting this series in lieu of our Infinite Choices, since that pack has kind of been abandoned by the mod author. It was I have updated. We might revisit it later, but you know, it's a great pack. I just wish that it was maintained and developed and some cool stuff. But Darkoso has done some great stuff in here. First thing is, let's talk about settings. Settings, when I opened this up, and the music and sounds and everything was pretty cool, except for the music was off and the master volume was up a little bit higher, but I like that. That's really good. But the controls were awesome. I mean, auto jump's already turned off. It's like, there's very few conflicts in here. It was almost identical to how I would set this up. The other thing is vein miner is not in here, or excavation is. And I've set this to F and removed our swap items from left to right hand and used F instead. That'll be my my quote unquote vein miner or excavation key. The other thing is right menu, which is right alt key. That will be for changing the control mode. So 1x1 or 1x2, I think, to 3x3 and 5x5, something like that. We'll see here in a second. And right here, 1x2, 3x3, and 5x5. Right. So that's the different mechanisms for excavate. I don't know what that's about, but we'll check it out. So let's see. Oh, you might want to know the seed. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So you can follow along and replicate and have the same world gen as me. World gen as me. Get it? Get it? There's no world gen in here. Yeah, doesn't matter what the seed is. It's always going to look this exact same. Okay, bad joke. Bad joke. Other thing is there are a ton of mods in here. Just an absolute ton, which is great. I mean, 170 or something like that. I didn't even realize there were that many out for 110 already. Really, really cool. That's awesome. There are just a bajillion in here. One thing that's notably missing, though, is Cork. Now, we've got... if we look in here, well, let me sort by A to Z, and then we go up here. So Cork's not here, but Psy is, and Botania is, right about B-O. There it is, right there. Botania's in here. So the two Vasky mods are represented, but Cork is not. So that's interesting. I get it. We don't need world gen, which is a big component of that. For the basalt, for the clay within the world and so on, but we miss our remote, so I gotta do things like this. No, I want to be able to cheer and wave and do all kinds of fun stuff. Oh well, that's fine. All right, so let's get down to work. Daylight's a wasting. Where is the sun? There it is. It's noon already. Oh my gosh, we gotta get to start. Okay, just like any sky block, you will start with pretty much nothing and just a few things. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. Bacon Donut. Get it? It's Bacon Donut. He's the developer of the pack. Okay. So anyway, let me just get this stuff out of here and we will get ready. So here's our achievement book. There is an interesting thing that when you first do this, you notice how it's opening up JEI. So no matter, and that one just kind of clicks at you, right? So that's a known thing. Well, it's not known. I just figured out how to fix that. Hit escape and go back, and that should do it. Now, let's see. Let's try this and do that a few times, right? Okay, let's try that. Nope, that's still not fixing it. Okay. Okay, let's right click. There we go. Okay, so go into one of your menu settings. That seems to fix it. And sort of like if you play the Direwolf pack, my other running series right now, every time you start it up, you have to hit escape, and then it binds the mouse to inside the window, right? I think it's something to do with that. Anyway, all right, so let's get started here. So what I want to do is I want to dig down here. I'm going to just grab this wood first, and then the leaves will despawn at this point. Now, what I have to worry about is, there we go. I just want one. I just need one sapling. Otherwise, we're starting over. Now, if I were to do this and vein mine this, It did not do that. How about if I use the book? There we go. It's doing a bit of vein mining. It's a bit. So I got 3 saplings total out of that. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And this is up by, I think, what, 4 or 5 blocks? And then we'll hit our dirt. So cool. We are up 5 blocks. So let's, first thing is get a crafting table. All right, and we'll turn that into a Tinker's crafting table just by putting it back in. And then we're going to go ahead and turn all these into that. We're going to make 1 set of sticks for right now. We will put the crafting table, hold down Shift. And normally I like to have my vein miner key to Shift so that it's the only one sneaking. But in this case, nope, can't do that. Don't want to do that. So we're going to make ourselves a wooden axe for right now. And so that'll be good for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in slot number 3. I'm going to plant this, and we have Torquey Mod. Yay, Torquey Mod. All right, Torquin. Maybe it's saying I am in the way. All right. Now let's, oh, what am I doing? Hold down F. Yay, how nice is that? Excellent. Okay, now I should be able to, yes, good. And it does do the quasi magnet, right? That's really cool. That's really cool that is. Okay, let's make some of these. Let's get a platform here. 18 should be fine right now. Now this says builder's wand. Pretty sure it's not. So we are going to put this on the, you know what? I'm going to, let's see, F7 shows no light level. Okay, there it is. Okay, so that is spawnable. Frankly, I am fairly new to, I'm fairly new to Skyblock, but I do remember seeing, I mean, I have seen quite a few other ones, and Skyblock series, but let's see here. Let's just see, and see, it's not a builder's one. He's just making a joke. I'm not sure what that joke reference is, but yeah, that's all cool. And so we're going to leave this up in the air, and that's okay. It is spawnable, but let us get these laid out here, and we'll just do just a little bit here. And we will get a regular builder's wand real quick. Now I'm going to put the, let's put the, nope, right there. There. Okay, so that'll fix us. All right, let's get going on some wood. All right, and so there we go. It helps. Now, what I'm curious about is, I missed those. I'm curious about if I change this to none and I were to vein mine, does that give me unlimited? So let's try that again. I'm going to call it vein mine. I know it's or excavate mod, but yeah, that's what I want. So the other one seems to be a limiter. Okay, so that's what that is. The hey, I got some food. That's what this right menu, this right alt key is. We can limit how much it vein mines. So this would be unlimited or up until the config setting, which I think is 10,000 blocks. It's something super high. I was surprised he set it that high. So anyway, not a problem. I like it. The other thing is that there's I did take a look and see. I'm still getting used to this new key, holding down F. So I did see. Ooh, that was a big tree. How many we get? Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. All right, let's see that. Pull it towards me. Yay, got that one. I thought I saw some pass over there. Now that will start going on its own. I mean, that'll start decaying on its own. So let's go ahead and convert like a stack. And I love, Darko, so if you're watching this, which I seriously doubt you will be, but I love that you implemented the right click to pull a whole stack. That, I don't know if that's a mod thing or if that's a, what do you call it? The, oops. No. That's not what I wanted. If that's a, you know, like a .zs file, what was that? Mind tweaker. I don't know if that's a mind tweaker thing, but yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Appreciate that. All right, let me build this out. We are back, and we should be really good. We should be good. No spawning, right? I have F7 turned on. So let's take a look at our book and see. The first thing we have to do is use a crook on leaves to get saplings and a silkworm. Okay, cool. So we already have these guys here, so we're going to twerk. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them to drop apples. And personally I feel that there is a better chance of getting apples when they fall naturally as opposed to breaking them. I don't know if that's true or not, but if you guys know, let me know. Let me know in the comments. All right, so what we want to do is we want to get in here and we want to make a crook. So how you make a crook is very simple. You can also look at it in JEI. In fact, we're going to make a few of these just because I know how many we're going to need, right? And oops, wrong key. There we go. So what we got out of that is silkworms. All right, so pretty cool. Let's get rid of this wood. Kind of at this point, we have a ton of wood, and it becomes more of a byproduct anymore. Before we wanted the wood, right? And the leaves were just, byproduct. And of course, as long as we had a little bit of the saplings. But now we want to be using these crooks on here, and we now have, well, I don't want to use that, and that key. Yeah. All right. So this is beginning Skyblock. Welcome to Skyblock, right? So we're going to do this a whole bunch of times, and there's the first one broke. It wasn't too bad, and we got 4 silkworms, 3 out of that very first one, which was crazy, which was absolutely crazy. Okay, so what they want us to do now is plant this, and now that we have worms, we have a good amount. And it doesn't really matter how many. 1 will do. It's a time-based thing, right? It's so if you have 2, it spreads kind of twice as fast. Ooh, that's a big tree too. That'll work out wonderful. Perfect time to get a large tree. So just means I gotta wait a little bit longer, but you guys don't have to because this is the magic of YouTube. We can skip this. So I'm gonna put one on this side and on this side. And normally what I like to do is put top left, bottom right. All 4 corners, right? But go, and let's see, we already did that one, so let's do this one. I doubt I can get way up there, but I could get like that one. No, that's not the one I want, but that's okay. All right, let's hang tight, and you'll notice that you see these are infesting. Really cool. It's excellent. It's infesting, and they will turn white when they are all infested. Although it's usually shades of gray. Now it's becoming shades of green, which is pretty neat. I think that's a little bit better, right? And you can see they're slowly starting to get white. There's some white over there. These guys are going nice and fast. And the magic of YouTube, we are finished. So what we can do is use our crook on here, and we will break that, and look at that. We get string. Cool. And do you know what string makes? Yes, sir, indeedy. We make wool. So if I were to make a whole bunch of this, and I'm okay just making all of it, I'm okay with that, right? Because we're going to have a ton of string. That's so easy to get. And so we will make a bed. We will put that down nice and fancy. Sure, well, I'll put it right there. No? How about right there? Oh, it can't go on that slab. That's right. Okay, there we go. That's why I left a few. Ha! There we go. Okay. So that's really cool. Let's go ahead and chop this bad boy down. And then the next thing I want to do is, we'll get that growing, is we will make a barrel here, and 1, 2, 3, and let's do a few more. So let's see, this, and oops, that, come on, and that. Oh, I should have just hit the recipe, but 1, 2, 3, we'll do 6 total. All right, and let's check our progress in here. Torque sapling into a tree. Yep, make dirt by composting saplings or leaves. That's what we're doing right now. Okay, so let's put it over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How's that? All right, so pretty cool. Now, what we want to do is we want to use these saplings. However, it takes 8 per. I'll show you that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will start composting. Oh, I like how it's level now. That's pretty cool. I like that. It makes it, I don't know, it's just aesthetically. So the other thing I want to get is shears. Because this pack, thank you so much, is they added wooden shears. That's really easy to get now, instead of having to wait for iron. Oh, it's just frustrating, right? Love the right click, loving the right click. So let's grab a set, let's grab 2 sets, all right? Let's grab 2 sets of that. Yeah, they don't stack. Let's grab 3. Why? You'll see. And the other thing I want to do is I want to shear these guys. They will start infesting, by the way, if they touch. So I want to see if, oh, I missed it. Yeah, it does. It does not give me any of those leaves. Okay, that's in other packs I played. I'm playing for Forever Stranded. It does not. I mean, you can get those leaves and sift them, so, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna grab all of these leaves, and I have 38. That's more saplings than or about the same amount of saplings that I had just by making these shears. So that's really, really good. And so let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Thank you. Put that down. And then instead, oops, not that. Get rid of that. So now I can use these leaves here, and it goes a lot longer. It goes a lot further, right? Those trying to do it with just saplings would take forever. So let me get some dirt here. So you see that, and I'm going to now, let's keep those down, but I'm going to put this dirt down and make some more growing area. I'll be right back. All right, I have been doing some of the grindy stuff off camera so that you guys don't have to watch it. And so what I've been doing is I just put these down, and I do a little bit of twerking, and once they grow, and I like the fact that they are growing, and see, I'm not actually moving, but it's still affecting it. I'm just hitting shift over and over. Sometimes it does some, takes a long time to do. That's okay. That's okay. Also, the other thing is that the vein miner, the ore thingy, will work as long as something's in your hand. It will not work with an empty hand. So see how I can do that? And I do have still some of those up there. They don't seem to decay. So at some point I'll get up there and get those. But that is getting me a whole bunch of oak leaves that I've been turning into dirt. And so far I have, let's get these. Well, that will make us 18 dirt. And let's do some sieving. Because the next thing is, well, let's see what the book says. Let's see what the book is. All right, we did that. Make dirt. Yes, infest the leaves with silk when we did. We got the string. Now, let's make a sieve and a string mesh. So, let's do that. Also, we got to do something about food. Food is becoming a problem. We don't want the oak sieve. We want the regular sieve. There we go, and we should have everything for that. And we just need one for right now. And then we're going to need a mesh. That's what it said. This is a new thing. It used to come with the mesh in the older versions, but there's diamond, iron, flint, and string. So we got to start with string. So we'll do that. And let's make 2 of those for right now, because these aren't going to last long. We'll see once we set this down. And I kind of want to do it somewhere close to where I'm getting the wood, right? So let's just do that right here for right now. And actually, let's do this. And yeah, we don't have step assist yet, so I'm thinking that that'll be okay for right now. So yeah, that'll at least let us see what's going on, because I don't like looking at the side of stuff. And I can put it down in the down like that. Maybe that's what I'll do, but I don't know. It works for right now. Then we're going to go through a lot of. There we go. Right click, and we're going to stand close to here so that we gather everything. And we've already got some seeds, which is really cool. We are also going to be doing a farm pretty quick so that we can get some food going here, because these apples are not falling as fast as I would want. And also, once we get enough cobble so that we can make a furnace, then we can make well, let's see, do we have pans in here? I would assume so. Yeah, we can make a juicer. And that allows us to make things like apple juice, which is a lot better. See the saturation? That is 2.5 meat sickles, or of food, and this is, it doesn't tell us. It doesn't tell us on here, but I believe it's like 1. Let's eat one. Let's eat one and see. So it's 2. It's 2. It helps, but I think the saturation is what's different, right? So it's 2 versus 2.5 meat sickles, if you want to call them that, but the saturation is really where it really helps. Okay, so let me get this. Good. Now, did we get any? Yeah, we got some stone pebbles. This is the 4x4, hopefully. It is, and that gives us 9. We can now make let's get these out of here. You know what comes next. Yes, we have this, and that allows us, we're going to need 2 pieces of that. So let me do a little bit. We'll get some more stone. I'll be right back. Okay, it is time to farm. Yay! Woohoo! Also, I need another. I will get some more cobble here in a second, but in the meantime, I have made myself a cobble pickaxe. I'm going to lay this down. How many do I have? Just 2 for right now. I've got myself a whole bunch more oak leaves in order to do that. So that's cool. We can't make a watering can yet, but let's go ahead and throw our leaves in here. A lot of grindy stuff, right? That's what Skyblock's all about. Oops. It does not have inventory tweaks. What we have is inventory sorter, which I might add inventory tweaks, because what that does is it pops the next stack into your working hand. And that's really nice. It just is really nice. Also, I'm making up a whole bunch of charcoal here. I have a ton of wood. I made myself a chest. Got a chest here. Now, one thing I want to show you is there is a connected inventory here. Let's say we put all of our wood over here. Okay, we put all of our wood, and we say we want a chest. This here is a connected inventory. In the past, it has always pulled from the side chest. And you might say, oh, well, that's just because it's the wrong kind of wood. No, this is our dictionary. It's any of these types of wood. It says it's missing items. I have to actually move them into my inventory in order for them to work. And see, now it will work. So that's a frustrating thing. I went and looked it up. I posted an issue on the FTB forum page. I also went to the Tinkers page and the GitHub page, and there was already an issue out there. And it turns out that there was an issue where it was causing problems with Botania, and so in order to fix that, it broke that interaction. And so what they need is a Forge upgrade. And you actually have to have Forge fix it. It's an inventory sorter lower level API issue. And so that's frustrating. That's very, very frustrating to me, because that was my primary way of crafting. It was quick, it was efficient, it was really, really nice. I am sad to see that go, and so in my Direwolf series, I have immediately rushed to Refined Storage, because it allows you to have connected inventory next to it and start crafting from it. There's other mods that allow us to do that, so we might get into that. Figure out some other way, but it is killing me. It is killing me. This feature is no longer working. So, all right, guys, we are pretty much at a point where we are almost done here, and let's get that one. And we'll set up automation with this. I notice I moved this into the ground here, and it's a little bit closer. So we can now stand here. It's kind of more of our central hub of where everything is. And so, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to just continue on here and do some of the grindy stuff off camera, and we'll come back in the next episode and continue on with our FTB Skyblock3 series. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a brand new pack. It's kind of new for me to record a Skyblock on series. I did do a little Project Ozone 2, which is we chose the Frozen Skylands, which is actually had a ground, but it was just not. It was not. Oh, snowman this time. It was not a. Skyblock per se. So this will be fun. This will be fun. I'm looking forward to the journey. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned some new things. Hopefully, it's kind of beginning stage stuff. Still a lot of vanilla-y-ish, except for the sorting, the sifting, and so on. Anyway, I will catch you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, and if you're new to the series, leave a subscribe for me. I would very much appreciate it. I hope you will enjoy the series coming up, and until the next one. See you later. Bye.